Okay, in this video we are going to see how to install and how to use AGROVOC CCK field. Okay, let's go. First, we are going to go modules. In this place, we are going to enable 3 modules. Okay, this. Next, save configuration. Okay. Okay, this is enough. Next, we are going to go to languages. Okay, we need to enable 4 languages at least. For example, Chinese, next Italian, next Spanish, and French languages. Okay. Okay, next we have to configure here path prefix only, save settings. This is enough in this case. Next, we need to enable this block, okay, in this region. Okay, for example, that is okay. Now we are to create taxonomy. We want to create a taxonomy, add vocabulary. We need to select this option per language term, the names of our vocabulary, in this case AGROVOC. Is enough. Save. Okay, that's okay. Now let's go to content type. Okay, edit story, workflow settings, enable with translation, save content type, and again, because we need to enable multi-language option for language here extended. Okay, now honest field, and we need to create our AGROVOC field. Okay, the name AGROVOC, okay, save. Here you must put here unlimited, because you will use a lot of terms. The name of vocabulary, in this case I have only one, AGROVOC. Save first settings. It's okay. You can move your position that you want. It's okay. Create content. Okay, that is enough. Now we are going to create an example of how to use our AGROVOC CCK field. Okay, story, for example, title, test as example of title, AGROVOC. Here we need to type only the first letters of the word that we need, no? For example, rice, and automatically this module fetch terms from AGROVOC database located in FEO, no? server. Rice, click here. Now, for example, rice, chicken. Okay, chicken. And what else? Chickens. For example, onions. For example, tomatoes. What else? I don't know, that is enough. Tomatoes, maybe apples. Okay, apples no, apples is enough. Okay, it's okay. Now you must select the right language for this node. In this case is English, because because this one will be the source node. Okay, save. Okay, and you can see how is stored the values of terms. Now, in this case, you can check rice, chickens, onions, tomatoes. That is English version, and the values of taxonomy, no, that were stored. Okay, now we are going to translate auction, and we have other languages, alternatives to English, no? Italian, Spanish, for example, no? Okay, if we do click here, for example, in Spanish at translation, we will get the translation of the terms here, no? Arroz, pollo, cebolla, tomate, manzana, for example, no? Automatically, and you only need to save the node. This is because Drupal stores the values in different nodes, no? You will have one node for each language, no? For example, this is Español, this is English. Okay, Español, English. If you can see in this corner the values of English remains. You need to open again this node of Spanish version, and you need to store again. That is the only option, because that is the way of Drupal. You need to store again in order to store the values on taxonomy. And now you can see here, no? Arroz, cebolla, manzanas. If you change here, it's different. Okay, now we are going to other languages. Translate, for example, French. Okay, you can see, no, the model automatically translate the terms. Save. And you can check here French, and the values need to change, not here. Modify and register. Well, I don't know French pronunciations. Okay, and you can check here now. The values are stored in French now. That is different in Spanish and it's different in English. Okay, these values are different because these values are stored in CCK table, and these values are stored in term node table, no? These are table different. Okay, next, translate Chinese, for example. Okay, I don't know Chinese. I guess that these values are correct, are right. Okay, and save. Okay, these Chinese terms, and you need to open again in order to store the values in turnout table. Okay, that is okay. Next, English always, because that is the source node. Here, Italian now. Okay, I get the values in Italian. Now click in save button. Okay, Italiano. Okay, that is, but I need to open and save again, no? In order to store the values in turnout table. Okay, and if you check here, you can see, no, the values for each language. For example, Chinese, English, French, Italian, Espanol. Okay, that is okay. And one more thing, we're going to go taxonomy. Here in English is better, and you can check here list terms, translation options, and you can check the list of terms translated, no? Rice, chickens, onions, tomatoes, and apples. Okay, that is okay. Now, anything else? Yes, for example, content types. You can change the way in what you can display the output of CCK field. For example, display fields. You have three options: as text, as link, as URI. If you put as link, save. Okay, and you will get the URL, no, for each, the URL related with his taxonomy term, no? For example, arroz. Okay, for example, cebolla or manzana, no? Okay, let's say in English. Okay, and if you change as URI, you will get, for example, here, no, that URI changes. For example, rice. Click, and I will open this URI in other tab. Okay, rice. That is the values. Okay, but in this case, this URI doesn't exist in the database, but the URI is okay, no? Okay. If you change the languages, the URI is the same for each term, no? Because the code of each ID for each term is the same, no? Okay, anything else? Okay, if you want to add, for example, a value, for example, yuca, save. Okay, that is okay. That is the source. And next, for example, Espanol, you need to open the node again in order to update the data values of this term. Editar, and you will get the values yuca, for example, no? And and you can see that this field is disabled for you. You can't edit this field. You only can edit this field in the source node. In other nodes that are part of this translated, you cannot. Okay, you only can't save. Okay. You can, in this case, for example, Chinese, French, and Italian. Okay, one observation more. If you check, for example, in English terms, you will see, for example, 6 values. Okay, and if you check here in Chinese, you have only 5. That is because there isn't yucca value in Chinese languages. If you go to taxonomy, for example, here list terms, and you can see in the table that you can only have values in English languages, Italian languages, and Spanish languages. No, you haven't values in Chinese and French. No, that is the reason, because you only have 4 values in Chinese languages and 6 values in English languages. Okay, that is all. Thank you.